Does both sides concur that a legal issue has arisen unrelated to the issue that we talked about first thing this morning, dealing with Dr. Furden, that would necessitate us recessing for today? Ms. Burdick?
Defense would agree as well.
Okay, then we will be in recess to 8:30 Monday.
That was Judge Belvin Perry dropping another bombshell in the Casey Anthony trial today. With little explanation, he adjourned the trial until Monday after meeting with lawyers from both sides this morning. Let's go back to our legal panel to talk about how this affects the timeline. Kelly Saindon is a litigation attorney in Chicago and a former prosecutor. And Joseph DiBenedetto is a criminal defense attorney in New York. All right, so Kelly, the defense estimated it would wrap up its case next Wednesday or Thursday. What does today's delay mean for the timeline of the case?
Well, it's twofold. First of all, you know, they're definitely going to go longer if they were really counting on all of today's testimony. The second thing is, though, we don't know what this ruling is and what it's about, so it likely could either extend or shorten what they were intending to put on. This could very well be an issue about a critical witness for them. If the judge excludes this witness, they might have to wrap up Monday. It's hard to tell at this point until we see what happens Monday morning. It could also mean that if they're allowed to put someone in, it could go past next Friday, and he can say, hey, you know, I was ready on Friday, Judge, you didn't let me go, so you have to give me a little leeway.
Joseph, help us understand a little bit of the process, those of us who haven't been in the courtroom. Does the judge meet with lawyers every morning, or did he call them in, do you think, or did they alert him they needed to talk to him? How did this go this morning before we got the ruling from the judge that we just heard?
In a case like this with so many witnesses and so many issues, it's not uncommon for the judge to hold conferences, whether it's in chambers or in open court outside the presence of the jury. It happens quite frequently, but for this judge to put a halt to actual testimony, you can always call witnesses out of order. For him to actually halt testimony means that this is a key issue with regards to this case, and in my opinion, is something that's very, very interesting, and I can't wait till Monday.
Key issue, Joseph, you were saying, meaning what? Do you have any sense of what it could be that's that key?
Well, it's filed under seal, so my experience tells me maybe at this point there's discussions between the prosecution and defense about working out some sort of plea agreement where she'll plead guilty, or it could be with regards to testimony that contradicts previous testimony put on and really changes the complexity of this case. It's clear to me that somebody, whether it's prosecution or defense, likely the prosecution, is saying that they've been blindsided by some information that has now come in, and it's something very, very key.
Kelly, you're a prosecutor. You've watched a lot of juries. What do these delays mean for the jurors? The jury pool has been described as agitated and antsy at times. They're sequestered, and it's not too fun to be sequestered, I wouldn't imagine. So what do you think this means to them?
Well, it's frustrating for them because they're thinking, if we got to be here, let's get this over with. And the fact that the judge let them go for the day, that's not a break when you're sequestered. It's not go home to your family and enjoy the weekend. It's, hey, go sit in your room and we'll see you on Monday. So for them, that is more frustrating. They're saying, just get through this, just cut through it, stop wasting our time, get to the point. So they're going to be more agitated. They're not going to be more rested. They're saying, okay, there's another day of our life that we're sitting and waiting. When we're ready, let's go, put it on. Because a lot of times jurors don't understand the technicalities and the stuff, the rules, that, if you will, that lawyers have to play by, and that the judge is trying to make sure there's a fair trial to minimize the likelihood of an appeal or actually being overturned when this gets said and done. So for them, they don't know all that. They are just ready, ready, ready. Let's hear the case and let's get to deliberations.
Especially in a death penalty case like this that so many people are watching. All right, thank you, Kelly Saindon, Joseph DiBenedetto. You've been great. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Many people